This video is for Mei Mei. As you can probably tell, I am very tired right now. It's like 11:17 and I went to sleep at 4 this morning, but this one matters to me a lot. And as such, I will continue. There are so many things I love about Mei Mei. It's like she is my ground. She is my strength. She's part of my happiness. I shouldn't say she is my happiness. That's a little awkward. But she's part of my happiness. She's part of what makes me happy. But, you see, when you're so close to someone, you can often make mistakes. Mei Mei was a close friend. She was like my family, and I loved her very much. She was everything to me, to be honest, but the problem is I never really treated her like she was everything to me. Mei Mei, I never thought that she'd ever leave me. And that's why I often just, didn't really pay attention to the way I treated her at times. I mean, I always tried to be good. I tried to be a good friend. I tried to love and care for her. I gave her hugs every single day. I told her I love you. I got her flowers once. I gave her my dog tag as a memory of me. And all of these things were because, and they were meant to show that I care about her. But the thing is, and I told this to Mei Mei once, I can't ever show how much I care about her the way she shows me, or she showed me. She was there for me when a lot of people weren't, and I was so concentrated on getting people back, on getting people who hated me and who treated me like shit to love me and care for me. I was so concentrated on this one girl who treated me like I never existed and treated other people really sweet and nice and stuff. And this girl had been my friend at one point in time, but she essentially kind of just treated me like crap, like I didn't exist, like I didn't matter, my feelings didn't matter. And I spent so much time thinking of all this negativity. I would always tell Mei Mei about this, and she would listen as a friend. But that's what our conversations literally became. I will say that I don't think I meant to hurt anyone. I myself was hurt all this time, and I still am hurt because when Kathie left, it was like a shock. It was hurtful. I felt really alone. Um, I wanted to hurt myself at times, even though I kind of like learned not to. And what hurts the most is that Kathie this year has not told me happy birthday. She used to tell me every year, and I loved that. Now I kind of just, at times when I get really mad or upset, I kind of just see her like all those other people who treated me like crap. But in reality, I know that I have some fault too. I know that I messed up in some areas, and I depended on Kathie a whole lot, very much. And I really want to say that I'm sorry for treating her like that, but that I wish she would also take my feelings into consideration, and the fact that, I was really stressed out, especially during the beginning of this year. But I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. I don't sit there and let other people control me. I don't sit there and let other people dictate the educational opportunities that I have. I I just go out and try to get them, and well, get them meaning like prove them wrong. I guess that could be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. I was so consumed in this will to fight with um my ARD committee, which determined my coursework and prove to them that I am capable of doing things, that I often depended on Mei and over depended on Mei, and she was very open to helping me. I think I should have just stopped her at times and just said no. You shouldn't help me anymore. If I had to do it all over again, I'd still take those same courses, but I would try to develop a more um, a, a way of working by myself. It's extremely hard for me, and I hope Kathie realizes this, that it was extremely hard for me with my circumstances. I'd never taken honors pre-cal or honors math or anything because of my circumstances. I'd never done any AP or honors courses, but that was beyond me. It wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the ARD committee, and I'm always going to never forget that. The issues in our education system is beyond ridiculous, and I think that it's up to students like me to fight, to, to show that we're capable and to prove people wrong, prove society wrong. You, Mei, you taught me, you encouraged me to pursue my goals and and achieve my dreams. But um, sometimes I just feel like you don't. What happened to that? I know that a lot of this is my fault, but I'm sorry. I really am. I don't understand why I'm always. I feel like I'm a criminal at times, and that you. Sometimes I feel like you've started Anyways, I'll discuss this later when we meet or something. I think this is better said face to face. But to be honest, there are so many qualities I value and valued in you. Um, and I never mentioned this, but I think this is best said with a letter. Give me a minute. Here it goes. Dearest Mamie, I cannot say these words to you in person, for I know you will forever avoid me. I miss you, Mamie. I miss you a lot. I miss every single part of you. For years we were good friends, and I have never expressed how I have felt for you quite like this. For years I've said I love you without really clarifying what I meant. Such vague statements have little meaning and are depreciated by poor behavior on my part. I remember the way always get into arguments with you, and afterwards I'd be angry at myself for doing so. I remember how I'd yell at you when I was tense, and then some part of me would hurt all the time. It's hard for me, Mei Mei. It's hard to not cry out emotionally when few people truly support you. It's hard to not scream for help when you think you're in a bad position. What I didn't realize at the time, however, was that I wasn't in as bad of a position as I could have been. I had you. You were my friend, my family, my sister. I loved you, Mei Mei, and I was really scared of losing you. In my fear and anger, I lost control of myself. I acted poorly on my part, and I take full responsibility for my actions. You've probably heard this much before, and I will not bother you with such trivial details, for I know that my actions aren't just washed away by my poor circumstances. However, I did want to take the time to explain to you how I feel. Mei Mei, when you were in the hall that day after school and told me I don't want to go to college with you, another 4 years of this burden, I was heartbroken. In my heartbreak, I grew really mad and I took it out on you. It was unfair of me to do as such, and then I remember you sitting there curled up like a ball, biting your laptop. I kept yelling at you, even though I should have just calmed down and probably explained how hurt I was later in a normal tone of voice. What you didn't know at the time, however, is that despite yelling at you, one part of my heart just wanted to hold you so tight as you sat there like a ball and tell you how much you meant to me. A few days ago, I saw you out on the street with Alan. It was raining that day, and you were laughing as you tried to fix your umbrella. I miss that, Mei Mei. I miss seeing you smile and laugh. Your smile has this beauty to it which I can't explain, but all I can say is that it makes me happy. I'm happy when you smile, Mei Mei. I'm happy when you laugh, and I'm happy when you're happy. However, I don't ever see you smile anymore. Instead, I only see when you're hurt, annoyed, or indifferent. I suppose this is the point you'd argue that since I want you to be happy, I should just step out of your life, right? Except that I'm the reason you're unhappy, that I'm the monster, that I'm the person who's caused you all your troubles. I can't do that, Mei Mei, because I fail to understand how I'm so much of a bad person that you can't even respect me when I hold the door for you, or treat me like you treat your other good friends. Mei Mei, you are my best friend. Without you, I have this empty, unfilled spot in my heart. No, nobody else can have that spot. Not even Rowena. That spot is reserved for you. Right now, all I want to tell you is how much I deeply care about you, and just how much I miss you. I'm hurt by all that's happened, but I am not broken. Love, Debarshi. Mei Mei, I have made numerous mistakes in my life, but why am I so Why is it like that you and I are like two opposite reactants or something so suddenly that our product is so negative? Man, I see you nowadays and I feel like you've gone to the other side, and that you say that some of these people who treat me like shit, um it's my fault that they do. You said that once, and it really hurt me. It broke my heart. Meme, I didn't want this for us. I didn't see it coming. I mean, you had always said that no matter what, you would never leave me, and I guess I just took that for granted. But none of this changes the fact that I love you very much, Meme. Every single time I yell at you, I know that I'm wrong for doing that, and I'm working with a psychologist. I'm working hard to change my ways without changing who I am, of course. But I kind of feel like when I'm around you that I'm like a monster. I guess this is something I want to discuss with you later, face to face, one day, maybe after school or something. But Meme, if there's one thing I really appreciate about you, it's that since I've met you, you have always, in some way or another, in some form or another, been there for me. And I don't know if I'll see you after high school. I hope to God that we see each other, that we keep in contact. And if you get married, even though you say that you won't get married, that I be present at the wedding, and lots of things. I really want to be there. But sometimes I really feel like that now Debarshi's out. He's just like thrown out, and it hurts a lot because you're not Meme anymore. You're not Kathie. Kathie doesn't hurt people, no matter how badly others hurt them. I'm sorry for what I did, for whatever I did, for expecting a lot out of you. I still think that me expecting you to treat me 10 times better than a lot of these other people treat me is a reasonable expectation. Because you, Meme, know me much better than a lot of these people do. Do you honestly think I want to hurt you or anyone else? Am I that bad of a person? Because when I'm around you nowadays, I don't feel like I'm a good person anymore. But I wouldn't change that, though. I wouldn't not be around you, because when I'm not around you, I'm hurting a lot. That's not a bad thing. It just means you're my close friend. You're my best friend, and I love you a lot. Please forgive me for both of our sakes. And I'd like to talk with this more in depth uh, with you later. I really feel that something like the restorative circle session, it might be a much better idea, you know, because we couldn't actually do that, even though you had somewhat promised that. So I hope we can talk this out soon. Good night.